I did see my man Gilly had to correct his former teammate real quick. I do think we need to put just a little more respect on what Stephon Gilmore did in his career throughout this shit, bro.
Gilly lock.
Cause you seen that.
I seen the tweet.
Trevon Diggs, but I understand where Diggs coming from. He on Micah John. Trevon pretty much. He bumping for himself. He bumping for Deron Bland.
Okay.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think his argument was wrong. I think he used the wrong example. But I kind of personally felt like, all right, if Deron Bland scored 5 touchdowns on defense, like 5 touchdowns on defense has to be the equivalent of at least 15 sacks, bro. Like, come on, bro. Okay. 5 defensive touchdowns is crazy. I think he might have scored 6. I can't remember exactly how many it was.
Yeah.
But, bro, scoring that many touchdowns when you're not a touchdown scorer is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And the fact that I don't think, I think a lot of it got to do with timing. If he would have caught a pick 6 in December, that would have helped his argument. He picked 6. I think by this point last year, it's the same thing. Like, Xavier McKinney had 5 interceptions to start the year off.
Okay.
Obviously, he's having a great year. I mean, he probably already all-pro'd it or whatever. If he don't catch another pick for the rest of the season, people going to question his impact on the game.
Wow. Just because he did it so early?
Yes. Because that's the environment of sports that we in. Like how the recency by how many?
It is 5.
Yeah, 5.
That's a record.
But that's what I'm saying. He set that record, right?
Yes.
Last year.
Yes.
Like setting the record of how many defensive touchdowns somebody scores in a season is outlandish. Now that goes back to my whole Jonty argument in Boise, but that's another conversation.
Wow.
But every performance is held differently. I think it goes back to, we're gonna get D4 on the pod soon too, but sacks over interceptions is a weird argument for me. Because it's just like I'm not going to, like, if the quarterback is the most important position. Protecting the quarterback is the most important thing you could do. So affecting the quarterback is the best thing you could do as a defense.
Right. And the best thing.
But scoring touchdowns has got to mean something, bro. On defense, it's got to mean something. That's my only thing. It's got to mean something. So I understand where Trevon was actually coming from. On some like, yo, if him catching, I think, how many picks that Trevon had that one year? Did he have like 7 or 11 or something crazy like that?
I think it was 7. 7. No, wait, it was 7 in 7 straight games.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't 7 straight.
No, INTs. He had 11. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. He had 11 interceptions in 1 year, bro.
11 in 1 year. How many pick sixes?
Let me go to this, John.
Yeah, let's do the numbers. Because
he had 11 in 1 year with. This don't even got 2 touchdowns. He had 2 TDs
with 2 touchdowns.
11 interceptions, bro. Do you know how many 11? Bro, 11 interceptions, bro. It's receivers without 11 receptions on a team.
That's fair, but I mean, I feel like that goes. So are we arguing the 11 interceptions versus the pick sixes?
I'm arguing. No, listen, I'm not arguing versus anything. Okay. I'm acknowledging Trevon Diggs' point that he was actually making. Now I think may get lost in translation.
Okay.
Because he made a bad example.
Which
is that DBs in these defensive player arguments get overlooked and pushed to the side for pass rushers all the time. Like, they're not acknowledged and appreciated the same way, bro. Now I understand. Now again, let's bring it full circle. He compared that to Gilmore. He said he felt like Gilmore only got it because a couple people got hurt. Again, I know they cool. You feel me? I ain't in all that. I ain't into that. I don't want no issues. I'm not trying to create nothing. The lie detector determined that was a lie. That's not true.
Okay.
Stephon Gilly, like he said, I traveled.
Yes.
My assignment every week was that man.
Yeah, him every time.
Disappeared. On top of that, I played against Gilly in his prime. Heavy on, bro. I watched Gilly play and literally, like, running back running, Gilly reached his hand and just took the ball from him like he was a child, bro. Like, give me this. Like, nah, why you got that in your hands? Give me that.
Okay.
Like, Gilmore was an impact player on every play. Like, the shit that we talking about with Travis and shit, where I'll be like, oh, like, crack replace. Like, nah, Gilly was making plays in a run game, forcing fumbles, catching picks. He wasn't allowing yards. He was really blanketing people. Like, I think that's the argument for Diggs and Bland is that, okay, Bland had 5 defensive touchdowns. Trevon had 11 interceptions. Both absurd stats. I'm not even like these are absurd things to say. Like to hear somebody 11 interceptions, bro.
It's crazy.
11 is ridiculous, bro. But they gave up a bunch of yards at the time.
Yeah.
And
but my question, look, this is my question to you, is that stopping someone from doing something or impeding progress is the thing that I think about when I think about sacks and interceptions. Which one is more important?
Sacks or interceptions?
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I think about when in terms of when I start talking about sacks and interceptions. Impeding progress or stopping someone from even progressing. Because if I sack you, you had no chance to hand the ball off. You had no chance to throw the ball. You had no chance for interception. If I intercept the ball, it was a point in time where you could have potentially moved the ball forward, but I stopped you from doing that. Which one of the two should be looked at when you talk about interceptions versus sacks?
It's actually a long-standing. Again, I gotta have Defoe in here because
okay.
This is a long-standing argument that me and him have had, and I'm putting interceptions over sacks. I feel like at some point as defensive players, we gotta weight it some way. Like 11 interceptions is more impressive than getting 22 sacks. Getting 22, that's a lot of sacks.
That's a lot of fucking sacks, Z.
But this is what I'm saying. You could get a sack like this. But this is my issue with the pass rush verbiage. And it's not let me say this. Defensively, we talk about rush and cover. And honestly, Trevon said it in the clip too. I actually like what Trevon said a lot too. He was just pretty much like, you know what I mean? He was doing that when he got a pass rusher at Micah Parsons that he knew was going to get after the quarterback. I'm taking chances. I'm catching picks. I'm going for the picks. Like that's a skill. So that means, so understand, Trevon outwardly said, I don't get 11 picks without Micah Parsons' effect on my team. Honorable and true, to be honest with you.
Right.
That being said, bro, it's just like an interception is a turnover, bro. And I just feel like being in the NFL, being around the guys that I was around made me really realize and understand the power of a turnover. Like, you win a turnover battle, you're going to pretty much win the game, bro. You have a overly positive turnover margin on your season, y'all going to the playoffs, bro. Like, winning a turnover battle, like, turnover margin is something that directly correlates to winning.
Okay.
I don't know if I can necessarily say the same thing about sacks, though. So if you have 11 sacks, now let me say this.
Okay.
11 sacks, 11 picks, 22 sacks is outlandish. That is crazy talk. If you got 22
has anybody
sacks,
ever done that?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think. Usio Manura had it.
Really?
I forget who had the most sacks in the season. Most sacks in the season. We doing a lot of Googling. 22 and a half.
No, which is great. I'm thinking
22 and a half is most sacks in the season. TJ Watt had 22 and a half in 2021.
And how that team do? Better question.
In 2021?
Yeah, how did
you really gonna make me do my Googles like
this?
this?
Yeah. How did Pittsburgh do that?
That was the same year that Trevon had 11 picks though.
And who won Defensive Player of the Year?
TJ Watt.
TJ.
Yeah, TJ Watt.
But how did the Steelers do?
The Steelers probably made the playoffs.
In 2011?
2021.
2021, okay.
Yeah, they probably made the playoffs. For sure. They probably made the playoffs. Probably. We doing a lot of Googles.
But we got to make sure that we getting the right information though, because I think that's important in terms of like what we're talking about. Because that's my question of like.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was the same year. If TJ tied the sack record in it,
come on, bro.
11 interceptions is crazy though, bro. But see, then I think it goes back to what the original topic was about. Was why did Gilly win the Defensive Player of the Year?
Okay.
Gilly was affecting the game outside of taking the ball away. And I think That's where the difference comes into. Because if TJ
Okay.
Watt going to have 22.5 sacks, he probably got 2 or 3 picks himself. That's type time he be on. He probably got like 10 passes defended because that's what he do. He just be spiking the ball down on some volleyball shit. He probably got 2, 3, 4 forced fumbles, probably more than that because if he got to the quarterback 22.5 times, I guarantee you that ball was coming out, dog. And that's not even counting him punching the ball out in the run game.
Bro.
I'm a huge fan of TJ Watt, if nobody can tell. But so, yeah, to that point, that's tough. But I do think I guess I just spoke out of both sides of my mouth at the same time. So let me like just be honorable. But I do think the DBs are getting shorter in the defensive player of the year conversation just because I don't think interceptions is being weighted the same way. And even like on top of that is weird because like you telling me pick sixes is not weighted that way?
Hold on, because this is my conversation for you, not an argument. Is there a problem with them being rated as high because the ball is being thrown more?
What you mean?
Like it's a passing league now. So the
Yeah,
attempts
but
for you to be able to intercept the football.
I mean, but you can say the same thing to sacks.
How? You had to drop back every time.
I mean, you don't. The only way to get a sack is they have to throw the ball. That's the opportunity. So you can make the same argument for sacks. That's not a good example.
But no. But it goes back to what my question was at the beginning about if you don't have the opportunity to have the interception, then the sack would be credited more. Would it not?
An interception ends a drive. Y'all going the other way. Like
but that's
a sack don't end the drive.
But that goes back to your conversation in terms of which one equals more to the league, or from what you talk about.
I mean,
in terms
the reality
of
of the situation
turnovers.
is Trevon gave up a lot of yardage that year. So like that's why he didn't win it. He gave up a ton of yardage.
Okay, I remember
Bland
that.
gave up some yardage too last year. That's why he probably got slighted for it. So like I get that part of it. Again, back to the original convo with Gilly. Gilly was affecting the game in multiple ways. Yeah. So that's how he kind of got it. He was truly blanket. Now we can talk scheme, we can talk Belichick, we can talk a whole bunch of other stuff. Which still makes sense. Gilly, let's put some respect on Gilly Lock name. I didn't say this before, bro. I saw my man was the ninth. Y'all was considered the ninth best defensive back of the decade of the 2000s. I think that's a little low.
Okay.
Not a lot of people got the defensive player of the years. Not a lot of people got the rings.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I ain't look, this cloth talk, this goat talk. Let me go sit in the corner and be quiet and let the barbers talk. You get what I'm saying? I'm just a young boy in the room. But I will say, let's just give Gilly his proper due respect, bro. Okay. He got the Peyton, he got the Aaron Rodgers, and he got the Brady picks. He got a trophy case. He got some skeletons in his closet, bro. I love Gilly. I love Gilly, bro. I used to tell when I played with Gilly, I said Gilly's very quiet, bro. He one of the most soft-spoken people I've ever been around.
Yeah.
I said, Gilly, when you on the field with me, you ain't gonna have to say nothing. Don't ever talk shit. Cause you so nice, I'ma say all this shit that I know you think. I'ma just get my bro. When Gilly was out, I was talking crazy to y'all receivers, bro. I don't even talk to receivers no more.
Leave him alone, bro.
Leave him alone. I don't need them problems. We don't need them problems. But when Gilly was outside, bro, I Jefferson, no, because you supposed to be. I'm talking greasy.
Oh my God.
Jettas though.
Yo,
greasy. I'm over here. No, the play ain't got nothing to do with me. I ran over there just because I know Gilly ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking crazy to him, dog. But
look,
now they over there together and shit. So God bless us and shit, I guess. Huh? I don't know who let that shit happen, but shout out to Gilly, man. Gilly deserves that respect.
Shout out to Gilly Lock for sure.